Week 8 is over and I need a haircut. Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me, here for our Week 9 rankings. Now that Week 8 is finished, let's do it. As always, our categories are Super Bowl conversation, comfortable playoffs, 6-11, and wins the draft. We'll start with the Cardinals, who look to be getting Kyler Murray back this year, potentially this week. I don't think it matters. Wins the draft for the Cardinals. The Falcons are somehow at the top of the NFC South. I don't think it ends up mattering, as I do believe the Saints win that division. However, the Falcons' schedule is so easy to finish out the year, so we'll put them in the category. Ravens showed a little bit of defensive weakness this weekend against the Cardinals, but I still think they're one of the better teams in the league, at least one of the more consistent teams in the league. They do have Seattle this week, which should be a fantastic game. I think they'll win that game because it is in Baltimore, but for now, I'll leave the Ravens in Super Bowl conversation. The Bills will either win the AFC North or get a wild card spot, comfy playoffs. Congrats to the Panthers, who got their first win. Their first win in 8 weeks. Wins the draft. At this point, I think it'd be wise for the Bears to just throw games to try to get the first and second overall pick. It's pretty unlikely that they do that, but hey, I'd love to watch. After the Bengals' horrific start, by golly, I'm finally making some distinctions in this AFC North, so give me comfy playoffs in a wild card spot for the Bengals. Tough loss for the Browns against Seattle, but again, anything can happen in this division. I will go ahead and throw them in the category. Someone who consistently watches these videos hates when I talk good about the Cowboys. The Cowboys go on the road to Philadelphia this week, and I think this will be the biggest test for them all year. Yeah, I know they got tested in San Francisco pretty bad. I do think they make the playoffs fairly comfortably, at least with a wild card spot, but I can see a path to them beating the Eagles this weekend. The Broncos beat the Chiefs. Doesn't matter. The Lions had 3 trips to the red zone to start the game and didn't come away with anything but field goals. However, with Kirk Cousins going down in the NFC North, they'll make the playoffs easily. Every week, I will have joy saying that I told everyone, you can go watch the video, that the Packers would not be good this year. They would win less than 7.5 games. You could get under 7.5 games at plus money. 6-11 for the Packers, and that might be generous. The Texans came off a bye and then lost to a team that has not won yet this season in the Panthers. I'm going to put them at 6-11. It may be too critical, but I just think their shots at the playoffs are getting more and more slim by the week. Here's some betting advice. Take the over in the Colts game. They can't play defense. 6-11 for the Colts. I'm ready to shake things up. I think the Jaguars have been tested more than any other team this year, both with the competition they've played and with the schedule they've had, going across seas, having to stay there for 2 weeks, having to come back, play in prime time, win games. They've won games. The Jaguars are now officially in Super Bowl conversation. The Chiefs will win their division easily, although I am just not convinced. I haven't been convinced on this team all year. This offense is not the same without Tyreek Hill. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it every week. The defense shows signs of weakness against Russell Wilson. Okay, comfy playoffs for the Chiefs, but this is not your grandmama's Chiefs team. I don't see a way the Chargers catch the Chiefs or really get a wild card spot, but I'll put them in the category. The poor Rams, they just can't find a way. The poor Raiders, they just can't find a way. I'll keep saying it, the Dolphins and the Bills are going to make the playoffs. One of them will get the wild card spot. This Kirk Cousins injury news is massive. He's done for the year. Sorry, 6-11 for the Vikings. It feels wrong to throw a Bill Belichick coach team this low, but getting to 6 games is going to be tough for these guys. Wins the draft. The Saints should have no problem winning the NFC South. Comfy playoffs for the Saints. You know what? I'm going to move the Patriots up to 6-11. I think they can get to 6 games. Daniel Jones should return for the Giants this week. I don't think it matters. Out of nothing but respect for the Jets, I'm going to put them in the category. They're not making the playoffs, but good for them. Good for them. The Eagles and the Cowboys are kind of like the Dolphins and the Bills, 2 teams at the top of their division that are going to battle, and the other one, the loser, is going to make the wild card. Again, this week between the Cowboys and the Eagles will tell us a lot. I really thought the Steelers could at least cover this weekend. They did not. They lost by 10. So as this division starts getting tough with these 2 guys running away with the Bengals and the Ravens, give me the category for the Steelers. The Seahawks are at the top of the NFC West. I know it's wild. gosh, guys, oh, fine. It's time we recognize that this team's never going to blow anybody out, but they should compete in all their games. I would think they've done enough to get themselves in position for a wild card spot, but you never know. I think the 49ers are fine. I think they need a bye week to figure some things out. Guess what they have this week? A bye week. It comes at a perfect time. They will be fine, and they will make the playoffs. The Buccaneers confused me for a while, but I am no longer confused. This is not a great football team, but with their schedule, 6 games is pretty reasonable. I sat here and said Ryan Tannehill was not the guy. Start Malik Willis, start Will Levis, and nobody listened to me until Mike Vrabel finally got on my YouTube video and he said, wait, who's this Green Means Go guy? We need to listen to him. Let's start Will Levis tonight. 4 touchdowns. Win against the Falcons. Are you kidding me? Sign me to an NFL scouting team, a coaching team. I don't care. Get me in the league. Titans are maybe 6-11. Washington has no shot. They may as well just start tanking. Taking a look at the movers, shakers, and money makers this week, no change to the Ravens in the Super Bowl conversation, but the Jaguars do move up from comfy playoffs. It's time we respect them. It's time we keep our eye on them. Yes, I believe the Jaguars could be Super Bowl contenders. As for comfy playoffs, the Bills, the Bengals, and the Seahawks move up from the category and join this spot. And moving down, we have the Chiefs. I'm done buying the hype. The Chiefs are not a Super Bowl team right now. They can be exposed. In the category, most of these do not change, but I will give respect where it's due, and the Jets move up from 6-11. As for the 6-11 category, moving down to join it is the Texans, and moving up is the Patriots and the Titans. Again, this is just playing for a consolation prize, which is a mid-round draft pick. It's really not that good. It's kind of like the deadliest part for an NFL fan. Too high to get a good draft pick, too low to not make the playoffs. Ugh. And wins the draft is finally solidifying. No change to any of these 6 teams. My guess is these 6 will have a top 8 draft pick. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your support on the channel. If you can help me out, subscribe, like, and comment. Those things help the algorithm know that people are interested in these videos, so I appreciate that very much. We'll see you soon. I do picks every week, and I believe we went 3-0 on our green picks this week, so that's fantastic. We'll try to do it again. We'll see you soon.